Hello friends, so welcome to this lecture on three pillars of Azure Conditional Access. So in this lecture, we'll try to understand that what are the different pillars which are required to implement the conditional access policy. So before that, we need to understand that what exactly is the purpose for implementing the conditional access. See, in today's world, administrators or the security administrators or the analysts, they are having the two primary goals. The first one is that empower users to be productive, like wherever or whenever they are, right? Means the user should be able to access the application or day-to-day work without any effect. Means the user's productivity should not be hampered, right? Wherever the users are, they should be able to log into the applications. And the second challenge is, in such a scenario, we also need to make sure that the organization information or assets are protected, because in the last lecture we studied that information from various signals like devices, IPs, and identity protection or cloud app security is collected, and then we need to take some common decisions. So these are the two things we need to take care of, because the security policies should not be so stringent that users are not able to perform their duties, that their productivity is hampered. So that is the main purpose. So that is why conditional access policies, whichever will be implementing, you can apply the right access controls when needed to keep your information or organization information secure, right, and stay your users away when they are not needed. So that is the main purpose, and we can do this with the help of conditional access policies. So what are the three pillars of conditional access? The first one is the common signal, the second one is the common decisions, and then the common applied policies. So we need to understand this thoroughly. The first one is the common signals. So common signals that conditional access can take into account when making a policy decisions. Means signals, you can say that the information which is coming from various resources. It could be the information from the users or the groups. It could be the information from various devices. It could be the information from Microsoft Cloud App Security, because you can integrate conditional access with the Azure Identity Protection, Azure Microsoft Cloud App Security, right? So these are the signals or the information which is received, and then certain Microsoft machine learning algorithms, they are used to gauge or come on a certain decision that whether this risky user is trying to sign in, or some IP which is not generally used, or some terrorist countries, they are trying to, from those locations someone is trying to use the access the applications, right? So these are the certain signals or common information which needs to take into account. So the first one is like user or group membership. Like policies can be targeted to specific users, maybe to certain administrators or certain application users, to provide the to have a fine-grained control over the access. Similarly, list of trusted IP ranges. Organizations can create IP address ranges that can be used when making policy decisions, right? Administrators can allow the specific or the whitelist certain country IP ranges or block certain country ranges. Similarly, users from a certain device or a specific platform, let's say Windows 10, or with a specific state or a specific OS version, should be able to log in, right? We can have real-time information from the Azure Identity Protection, like some risky user is trying to sign in depending on the behavior, and then information could be there from the Microsoft Cloud App Security as well. So these are the common signals which will be taken into account, and then this signal information will be used to reach on a common decisions. Like common decisions could be, the most restrictive one would be that the access is blocked at all, and then there might be a possibility that access needs to be granted but on a least privilege basis. But on the least privilege access also, when needs to be provided, there would be certain things which are required, like in order to provide the least access also, multi-faction MFA would be required, or require device to be marked as compliant. Then only the approved app can log in. So these are the different, you can say, following options can be still required in order to provide the least access. Then these are the common applied policies, like many organization can common access concerns that okay, they want that okay, access should work in this way only. So that is where conditional access policies can help, like requiring multi-factor authentication for users with administrative roles, because they are having privilege access, right? So we don't want that okay, those users can be compromised. Then blocking risky sign-in behaviors. We don't want that okay, if the user's behavior is risky, we don't want that users to access the resources. And then requiring organization manage devices for specific applications only. We might need that okay, there is an organization policy wherein we want that okay, if the user is connected from VPN or from some and any other location, you should not be able to access the Active Directory or some application which are processing the sensitive information. So commonly access policies or access concerns which organizations can have. So we can go on through the by applying policies and using the Azure Conditional Access. So in this lecture we studied about the purpose, like we need users to be productive and protect the information assets, and then the three pillars of the Azure Conditional Access. So this is it, friends, in this lecture. Thank you for watching this lecture. Meet you in the next lecture.